Hello, hello. Good morning from the West Coast. Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ileana, and I'm a librarian at the San Francisco Public Library. Welcome to a very, very special event with the one and only Alphabet Rockers. Thank you for being here with us for more than a month, our celebration of Black History Month at the San Francisco Public Library. We want to emphasize that reflection, open dialogue, interdisciplinary education, and shared advocacy needs to take place in our communities during Black History Month, as well as all year round. Check out the More Than a Month webpage of the San Francisco Public Library to see our upcoming events, amazing artists, awesome book lists, and more that align with the 2022 National Theme Black Health and Wellness. We are on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush Ohlone, who are the original inhabitants of the San Francisco Peninsula and continue to live, work, and play here today. As the Indigenous stewards of this land and in accordance with their traditions, the Ramaytush Ohlone have never ceded, lost, nor forgotten their responsibilities as the caretakers of this place, as well as for all peoples who reside in their traditional territory. We wish to pay our respects by acknowledging the ancestors, elders, and relatives of the Ramaytush community and by affirming their sovereign rights as First Peoples. Before we start, a huge thanks to the Friends of the San Francisco Public Library for their generous support of this special series. We cannot do this without them. The Alphabet Rockers have something extra special in store for us, so I am going to let them take it away. Welcome, Alphabet Rockers.
Hello,
Hello.
and thank you so much, San Francisco Public Library. We're excited to be in the building with you
Super.
today. All right. We are here with a very special opportunity of sharing You Are Not Alone, our first picture book.
That's
But
right.
you know who we are. We're all about being that rock star for justice and community. So let's put it in with a rock
Rock
star.
star. Speaking of inclusion and empathy, we're always looking out for the allies and for the good friends, right? So, put your finger up in the air like this if you are a super friend. Nice. Super friend, either you are one or you have one, and a super friend has got your back and they got love for you and they really are concerned about your well being. You know what I mean? And put another finger up if you're a great friend. I mean, not a great friend, but a great ally. A super ally. So now you got two fingers up, right? Because a super ally doesn't even know you, but they got your back. They have your well-being in their minds. They're thinking about you. They got love for you, right? So we're just gonna mix those up like this, and we're gonna go. Aha! Now, what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna turn to our friends and say, "I got your back." You're gonna turn and say, "I got your back."
I got your back.
Send it up too. I got your back.
I got your
Send
back.
it down. I got your back.
That's what we're here to do, and that is the message in You Are Not Alone. Before we read the book, though, we want to show you a few pictures.
Yeah.
There's a few little gray blocks that are moving away.
Yeah.
Well, we can start by introducing ourselves, right?
Nice. Well, I'm Tommy, he, him, they.
My name is Caitlin, and I use she, her as my pronouns. We work to make music that makes change.
Still. That's right. The music that we make is making change just like you are.
We had such a delight with thinking about you as we wrote this book. And when we share our names, just like when we meet you, we want to make sure that we say your name exactly as you want to hear it. So you'll learn once we turn into the book a little bit about one of our characters who shares with us how important it is that her friend stands up for her every day to make sure people say her name correctly, make her feel belonging.
That's right. I know a lot of people out there can identify with that, and we usually do it like that when we say, oh, actually, I feel that, right?
I connect. We shared our pronouns today, and one of our characters in our book, though they don't share their pronouns, they talk about how their friend gets their back and supports them being non-binary. We hope you're that kind of super friend too.
That's right.
The culture of the world we are creating is right here in this book. And we heard the librarians talk about the land acknowledgement of the Ramaytush Ohlone land. And in our book, we included a land acknowledgement too.
Yes, it's important.
This book was written in our homes on the unceded territory of the Chochenyo Ohlone people. And we have a little dedication we want to read for you. When you read this book, you'll meet kids just like you. Kids who are proud of who they are. Kids who want to belong, who want to stand up.
Kids who are making the world beautiful by being true to themselves. We want to hear your voice too. At the end of each kid's story, say it loud. You are not alone. Let them know that you really got their back.
Beautiful. And we're excited to share with you this character in the book as well, who talks about the Indigenous perspective and how they're fighting with their family to preserve culture and to tell the important story of the stewardship of the land. So I think before we read, it might be nice to sing, because that's how you know us first,
That's
right?
a good idea. Let's do that.
You all can dance with us, right? Put your rocks up. You'll watch the moves. You break it down. You do your own moves. As my friend, there is something that I might need you to do. Just because you say we need equality too. Would you speak out, step up and defend my truth? If you do, I'll go with you. 'Cause as my friend, you will know the truth and love just who I am. You will use your voice and make them understand. You don't always see when they're lashing out at me. I need to know that you will still believe me, standing up for me when they say those hateful things.
Hold that truth. Hold that truth. Yep.
Hearts beat louder, voices rising. Will you be there for me? Always riding side by side, reaching out. Let's dance.
'Cause I need you. Standing beside you, holding you up when you falling apart and you can't get up, you know you will be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. You're not alone. Yeah. Hey, see your dance moves. Hey, dance, dance. Get it. You know what? You know that I got you. We'll be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. You are not alone. And as your friend, there are ways that I have changed. I won't go back to where I was before I met you on this track. I will step up, speak up, meet you where you're at. You know that I got your back. And as your friend, I will go with you no matter where or how far. 'Cause I know your truth, I love who you are. I'll be around even when you don't see me. I'm not afraid to get teased, even if it means standing up for you when they say those hateful things.
They're not true, they're not true.
Hearts beat louder, voices rising. I'll be there for you, always riding side by side, listening out.
Let's go, 'cause I need you.
Standing beside you, holding you up
When you
falling apart and you can't get up.
you know you will be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. You are not alone.
Hey, now if you feel it in your heart and ready to take part, say I'm not alone.
I'm not alone.
If you feel it in your soul and you're ready to roll, say you're not alone.
You're not
If you
alone.
feel it step up, say we're not alone.
We're not alone.
We're not alone. You are not alone.
Yes. Take a breath with us. What a beautiful connection moment. And I know, like Tommy said, you're one of those folks out there looking, how can you make someone else feel like they're not alone in this world? Let's tell you a little bit about our journey to this moment. It always starts with questions.
Sure does. We all have them. And this is our Alphabet Rockers crew right here. And we all have real questions that we have. And they're all unique questions to each of our individual selves, right? And I know everyone has questions, but what we like to do is we like to try to find the connections within the questions. And then we keep asking questions, and those questions turn into ideas for song lyrics and things for music videos and all this other stuff. And so we really like thrive on asking questions. We've been doing that for a very long time now, and that's just how we kind of like get from A to B.
Yeah, and one thing that's really important about the library system is you can ask these big questions of librarians, and they're right there to think with you, such as little things like, hey, how do I learn how to do origami? And they can show you how to do a new craft or connect to the legacy of change makers who use origami in the world to make a statement. Or you can ask questions about, I want to know more about my history. And so we're here for those big questions of how we can make the world more inclusive and belonging. We've gotten to take it into the book itself. So we'll get into this character in a little bit, but let's read the questions out loud so they hear them.
When I say I'm hurt, do you feel my pain? When I say something is unfair to me, but you say it's fair for you, what does that make it? When I meditate, it all gets clear. And if you listen, you will really hear.
You are not alone.
You are enough.
Yeah, I appreciate that, because you might experience something that someone else, even in your family, doesn't recognize how it's unfair and you're being treated unfairly. And so it's really our job to sit in the question with each other, even if we're not so sure about the answer.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go on a journey. We've had so much fun singing and dancing with you over the years of being professional touring artists, making music for families. There we are with our mover, Samara Atkins. It's taken us actually all over the country and hopefully someday the world.
That's right. Yes, and we have a lot of special guests all the time, and this is like a real picture of like how we really get down on stage. Just good action shot.
Oh, and it's taken us all the way to the Grammy Awards. We're excited for that, but really we're more excited about the musical value that we've created. This album, both of these albums, we created in San Francisco Public Library communities. We went in and talked to families about racial justice, about gender justice, about how we can show up together for change.
Indeed.
Hey.
And that's the crew shot again.
A community that moves together.
Makes moves together.
That's a Samara quote. We wanted to bring that into the space. We hope you've also enjoyed the We Got Work to Do curriculum for anti-racist families that we provided last year, available on alphabetrockers.com and on YouTube. For YouTubers, you can go over to Alphabet Rockers and dial into it. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're reading from You Are Not Alone.
Yes.
So, look how beautiful. Ashley Evans is our illustrator. She created all these thoughts. Let's give you a moment to look. You might have heard this in one of our lyrics.
Are you ready to go? Before we do, I want you to know something. You don't know me, but I bet you see the sunrise and set like I do. You don't know me, but when I see a star in the sky, I see magic. You don't know me, but I wonder if you look at your skin the way I look at mine. You don't know me, but I need you to know that I don't always feel safe here. And I don't know you, but I hope you never have to feel that way. If you really knew me, when you see me, you would think you are powerful, you are brave, you are brilliant.
Let's say that with Tommy.
You are powerful, you are brave, you are brilliant. But you don't know me yet, so I can only imagine what you think by looking at me. Today, I want you to really see me. Are you ready now? Let's go. You are not alone. I'm ready.
You are not alone. I'm ready. And it's even on the cap. Here's that character we were telling you about. Have you ever felt like people didn't get you? I have, many times. No one says my name right at school. Can't pronounce it. And sometimes, even after they say my name, they make a face. It's not that hard to say my name, promise. Makes me feel like school wasn't built for me. I'm supposed to be there to learn, but no one is learning how to see me. Except for my friend. He always gets my name right. He even corrects people when they get it wrong. That makes me feel safe, at home, like I belong. But you could work at it too. Let's say this part together. You are not alone. I got you. Look at that friendship.
Let's take a deep breath. I need one. In, out. Maybe one more. In, out. Have you ever felt like you couldn't share your real feelings? I need you to know that we all have big feelings. Even me. We're all going through something at some time or another. So there's a lot of reasons why our feelings get so big, right? The thing is, I don't always feel safe to share my feelings. And I got to feel them. When I say I'm hurt, do you feel my pain? When I say something is unfair to me, but you say it's fair for you, what does that make it? When I meditate, it all gets clear. And if you listen, you will really hear. You are not alone. You are enough.
Beautiful. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's my song. I made it. I am my destiny, connecting history, cultures, languages, and family in every remix. See, I'm a DJ. I'm making music that sends a signal to kids everywhere that there's no limit to being you. You're so many things. I'm so many things. We're all stardust, and this is our sky, our song, our world. Do you hear it? Do you feel me? You are not alone. I hear you.
This song, it takes me out of this world. Where I see the sky, the whole galaxy. It's just so me. It's magical. It's like I'm a new constellation. And I like it up here. It's like I just spilled rice on the floor in the messiest perfect pattern. Bet the world knows now I've always been here, shining. You see all the stars that I am?
You are not alone. I see you. Now you can see. You are not alone. There's lots of secret you are not alone in my book.
You see it?
When I look up at the sky, I see my people. I'm larger than this page, than this land, than even words. We're that powerful. See, I'm from the lineage of the first people of this land. And when I help the community, I make the planet better for 7 generations to come. I'm from a lineage of advocates and dreamers. I see you for you. I love you for you. And will stand up with and for you.
We've seen the statues crumble. That's a start. So I'll tell you this. I want you to know my story. People in history books have tried to share it for me. But share my story. That way history won't erase my story. Know that I don't want to do this alone.
I want you to stand up with me. Can I trust that you will remember you are on my community's land?
You're not alone. I'll stand up with you.
I will remember. Lots of commitments. I want you to ask me, but I don't like some of the questions. Maybe you don't know which questions feel like friendship and which ones feel like, ouch. If you get a feeling inside you like your question might sting, let it go. Don't share it with me. Not all thoughts need to become words in the world. I have a friend who loves me for me. Doesn't ask about my body parts, but does want to know what it's like being non-binary. Checks in with me when the teachers get jammed up on my pronouns. Offers to go shopping with me for school clothes. So I am not alone.
My friend holds my truth and stands up with me. They're cool with me being exactly who I am in all the ways. Can you get on board with us for the ride?
You are not alone. I'll go with you. Let's show them these photos close up.
Yeah.
Look at all these awesome kids like you. Yep. This is the story. You and me. See? Your history, my history, their history. We learn them together. I am me because you are you. Your story matters. And you know what? I want to read and write your story with all the colors of the universe that are in you. So I need to hear you. Your ideas, what you see in the world that echoes your brave heart. Where do you find your story in the lights of the world? Is it in the one night star that burns through the city skyline, always here for us? Is it in the flicker of the traffic lights, never stopping, always changing? Is
it in the sunlight that blocks everything out when it bounces off yesterday's puddles and pools in our eyes? If what you see first is a rainbow, I hope I can be in the colors with you. I love that. I hope you always know you are not alone.
Can you press pause for a second? It's going too fast. Breathe. I want to remember this moment. Me and you. Together. Believing. Wishing. Listening. This is it. This is special. We are not alone. Can this be the rest of the story? Yeah. Here we go.
Now, if you feel it in your heart and you're ready to take part, say, I'm not alone.
I'm not alone.
If you feel it in your soul and you're ready to roll, say, you're not alone.
You're not alone.
If you feel it in your gut and you're ready to step up, say, we're not alone.
We're not alone.
I'm not alone.
I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
We're not alone.
We're not alone. You are not alone. What a special, special group of characters, San Francisco Public Library. And as we wrote this book, which we loved sharing with you, we felt like, what if a child in a family out there is reading it and thinks, I didn't see myself. So we actually wrote you something.
For the what about me? When I don't see myself on the pages of a book, where's my story? I don't see myself in this book. The kids don't look exactly like me. Their experiences aren't like mine. I wish that I can see myself here too. I want to see my story and my communities in a book, in books. Does it still need to be written?
Stories are important. We want to hear your voice, echo your pain, celebrate your triumph, and rewrite the world with you. If all you have is a pen, use it. If all you have is a song, sing it. If all you have is a drum, play it. Get loud.
Loud.
You and your community deserve to be seen, heard, and understood. And why not you to share your voice? Let other kids know they're not alone. Yay, make noise. Thank you so much. And we love all the secret treats and stories that are in the book, messages that we've heard right in our community.
I got your back.
Beautiful. Thanks for enjoying You Are Not Alone. We wanted to see if you out there had any connections with any of the characters in the story. So let's think back to some of the storylines, and then you can let us know like this, if you connected. We heard from this child here, who knows how powerful, brave, and brilliant they are. Is that you too? Mm-hmm. Let's see, who's another one? Not getting treated fairly, being judged because of your skin color, because of the neighborhood you're in, adults not treating you fairly. Having a beautiful name you're so proud of.
Yep, and people have trouble pronouncing it when it should be the easiest thing in the world.
Because it's you. We hope you found a connection with someone like you, someone who's making their own ripples, reflecting their history in the world. That's why we wrote this book. Now, we wanted to see if we could share with you something really special, which is a music video telling the story of the book. Would you like to see that? Yeah.
As my friend, there is something that I might need you to do. Just because you say we need equality too. Will you speak out, step up and defend my truth? If you do, I'll go with you. 'Cause as my friend, you will know the truth and love just who I am. You will use your voice and make them understand. You don't always see when they're lashing out at me. I need to know that you will still believe me, standing up for me when they say those hateful things. Hold my truth, hold my truth. Hearts beat loud, voices rising. Will you be there for me, always riding side by side, reaching out? I need you, standing beside you, holding you up when you falling apart and you can't get up, you know you will be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. You are not alone. You are not alone. You know that I got you. We'll be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. As your friend, there are ways that I have changed. I won't go back to where I was before I met you on this track. I will step up, speak out, meet you where you're at. You know that I got your back. So as your friend, I will go with you no matter where or how far. 'Cause I know your truth, I love who you are. Be around even when you don't see me. I'm not afraid to get teased, even if it means standing up for you when they say those hateful things. They're not true, they're not true. Hearts beat louder, voices rising. I'll be there for you, always riding side by side, listening out.
beside you, holding you up when you falling apart and you can't get up. You know you will be alright, 'cause you know that I got you. You are not alone. Hey, if you feel it in your heart and ready to take part, say I'm not alone.
I'm not alone.
If you feel it in your soul and you're ready to roll, say you're not alone.
You're not alone.
If you feel it in your gut and ready to step up, say we're not alone.
We're not alone.
We're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You were not alone.
Beautiful. I love seeing that video and seeing some of the young stars of Alphabet Rockers just abundantly rocking it. And
Totally.
what I noticed in their journey, and we've talked about this with other kids, is that at the beginning they look really lonely and they're feeling not connected. And I think everyone's kind of gone through something like that over the last few years in particular. But when we talk to kids about what are some things that might make people feel lonely, they often say racism and bullying. So I think it's important for us to really talk about where is racism happening and what can we do about it as people who really have good hearts and are trying to do better.
Right. And a lot of times racism shows up as biases. And bias is really, it's a little different. It's like sometimes you look at someone and you just already have an idea and you're judging them just by looking at them. That's what bias is, right? You know, and like in this picture right here, you can see this person, the way they're looking at this young star right there. Doesn't seem like this person is doing anything wrong. They're not even like riding their bike on the sidewalk or nothing. They got a helmet with them, all these things. But this person over here with the broom is really just looking at that other person like crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
And I will say this, we've seen a lot of behavior from people who are living in white bodies thinking that they're in charge of everything, when really we're humans on the planet and it is a shared space. And so when I look at that, I think about what are times that my bias comes into my body, where I put my hands on my hips. And why? That's trying to say, I'm in charge of you. Are we in charge of each other? No. Is it, is this person making the world a better place by putting their hands on their hips and trying to show somebody they might not belong? And what we know about this is this child is not the only person who doesn't feel safe in this. Actually, even putting that into your body, that racial bias is making the whole community not safe.
that's
So
real tough.
instead of doing that, we want to shake it off, and we're going to turn off the slide for a second, and we're going to show you how we can stand in our power, right? So this child says, obviously, this person doesn't know me, and they don't know that I am powerful, I am brave, and I am brilliant.
Brilliant.
So we want you to say that. Say, I am powerful. Nice. Say, I am brave. Say, I am brilliant. That is the only truth. Let's put it into our bodies with joy and abundance and connectedness. The first one is, I am powerful. Let's hear you say it. I am powerful. The next one's about feeling brave. What does that look like in your body? I am brave. You are brilliant. Put that into your body. I am brilliant. Beautiful. We want you to take these parts with you because that is actually important to the whole planet, that you take those feelings and put them right in the center of your heart.
That is right.
So we have one last reflection activity for you, and then we're going to send you on your way, YouTube. Remember how we were saying that the words "you are not alone" are kind of hidden in the pages of the book? Do you see them on the pages here? They're a constellation. You are not alone. So what I want you to do, wherever you are, sit up tall, Feel your powerfulness, your braveness, your brilliance. Close your eyes and listen to the world around you. And when we meditate, we can really hear it. You are not alone. You are enough. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to our special conversation and sharing of You Are Not Alone. We would love to hear any questions you have, and we'll be here listening so we can respond. A lot of times people want to know, like, how do you write a book, or how do you write a song? We talked a little bit about how we wrote music, so we're excited to hear what you have to say.
Let us know.
Any questions from the library? Let's hear them.
Hey.
If you're wondering where you can read the book, you can get it at all the branches. You can get it at all the bookstores. We're that lucky that it's available to you. And the music video is right here on YouTube, on the Alphabet Rockers page.
That's right. Check it out.
Did you get any questions, Ileana?
No questions yet, but
Okay,
we
good.
have a bunch of affirmations, great comments, a lot of applause.
Awesome.
But I am always interested in the question about how you all work with the illustrator.
Wow, that's
'Cause-
such an important question. And to be honest, we have a lot of magic that has been baked into this book.
Mm-hmm. And
Because,
the illustrator's
yeah.
name is Ashley Evans.
I actually just wrote her the other day, and I said, there's something about you, because we only wrote the words, and that is it. Literally, this comes from her brilliant imagination. And when we opened, we saw the sketches. We thought, that's it. Yes. Everything felt like that.
And it was really just her connection, really, to the words. Is amazing.
Yeah, and it's hard to trust in the same way that, like, we're writing stories that aren't all our lived experience. And so to see, like, I wanted to show the families at the end, like how, even though we described some of the families, or how they could be, like, this is from her imagination of what it feels like to raise these amazing children in the world. And I love that. There's nothing that has to be a part of a pattern when we're human, right?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Great illustrations.
Yes.
Anything
Yes.
else?
No questions coming in yet, but there is an opportunity, everyone, to ask a question if you have one. I want to throw another question into the bucket and see. You all have been doing just amazing work, Grammy-nominated authors, creators, community. I don't want to ask what's next, but I wanna ask, like, how? How? And if you wanted to share anything about what you currently have, and maybe what's on a plate somewhere for you all.
That's great.
Could answer the how really easily. Love. That's how.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have a bunch of projects coming up. We're working on an album. We are working on more books. We are working on TV show. We're working on creating other types of media for places like YouTube and different channels. And we are definitely still, like, working on our community and getting out there and being with our community and asking those questions. It's our style now, so that's how we do.
Tommy just summed it all up. And it's not, every day does not look the same in our lives. And I think it sometimes feels the same because of the COVID-19. But at the same time, the creativity of using our imagination to really look at, like, what does abolition feel like in our community? What's possible when we hold up the end of control, the end of like authority, and look at how we can love and support one another. So that's kind of where we play in our work, and then it comes out in all these different ways that Tommy described.
Yep.
Wonderful. Inspirational. That's what you both are. And your youth and the Alphabet Rockers and
Thank
everything
you.
you all touch.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We have a comment, just an inspiring program. I really appreciate your work, and there's hope. You all have that with youth as well. So thank
Thank
you.
you.
Any final words? Anything you'd like to send us off into?
Just want to especially lift up our transgendered community worldwide. And, we stand with you, and we will always fight for your well deserved rights. I just wanted to put that out there, as right now it feels really, there's a lot of unfair things happening. And so we still stand with you.
Well, amazing. Thank you so much, Alphabet Rockers, for sharing your skills and your love and your hope. Um, just an awe-inspiring experience to be able
Oh,
to be with you all. Be sure to check out the book at your local library or
please, and take a
purchase
picture
it.
of it, and you can even make a book face if you want.
Yes. And support your local independent bookstore. We have some links in the chat for how to find your local independent bookstore as well. Feel free to support. And be sure to check out our calendar for future virtual More Than a Month programs. We will be definitely working with the Alphabet Rockers in the future. So there's always that. And take good care of yourselves. So that's
Beautiful.
my send off.
I love it. All right,
Thank you
y'all, put
so
your rocks up.
much.
Let's
Yeah.
close it out with the rock
Rock
star. Thank you all so much.